Joe Emer.
And I'm Jennifer Lambers. Chelsea Sayason will join us in just a little bit.
Lucy Greer is also here getting ready in the kitchen. We've got some pumpkin action going on, so looking forward to that.
I am excited for that.
All right, we're getting our first look at Maxine's baby. It's the Tyler Perry story.
Just because there's so many people that we see in Hollywood, we hear about them in Hollywood, but we don't quite know their full story.
Yeah.
And so I think that he would have a really interesting one for everyone and surprising twists and turns in his life.
They could have called it also much more than Madea.
Yeah.
Because Tyler Perry is much more than just Madea.
That's exactly right. Well, the company owned by Jay-Z hosts an event to promote a new casino in New York.
Destination for so many people because of what else is surrounding it. You know, you can take a trip there and go see so many other things as well. So we'll see if it comes to fruition. Big names behind it. Jay-Z, Caesar's Palace. So I think it has a decent chance of becoming a reality.
I think it does too.
Have you ever boarded a flight and sat in the middle seat or the aisle seat before the window seat passenger arrives?
If so, you probably know the logjam that results when you step into the aisle, so that on top, because nothing's worse than I don't want them to check my bag, but if everyone else boards first, then they have to check my carry-on.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh, please get to my desk. They've lost it before that way. Not United, I don't remember who it was, but I think that would be the concern. I know some European airlines, they board from back to front. And so if you're first class, you board last. But I always want to board last. I never want to get on the plane first.
Well, I do sometimes for the reason you mentioned, just to make sure that my carry-on luggage gets on top. I don't know. My thing is they need to introduce a second halfway thing in the plane so two sets of people can exit and depart at the same time. That's what I think they should move toward. All right, getting your frosting fix. Wednesday is National Chocolate.
Something else pretty delicious that Lucy is cooking up in the kitchen. Joe joins her now. Joe, what is it looking like in there?
Well, we're excited.
And also coming up in today's Healthy Living, what you need to know about breast cancer and genetics. With October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this morning we are talking about genetics and breast cancer. Cassie Gerganis is a certified genetic counselor for USA Mitchell Cancer Institute. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And starting off first, if we know someone in our family who has had breast cancer, does this mean that there is a genetic component, and are there signs to look out for?
So it's certainly seeing multiple breast cancer cases in a family are all suspicious factors.
I was going to say, I was telling her in the break that I have breast cancer on both sides of my family, and so they had already recommended that I start the mammograms at 30 years old, so a lot earlier.
Exactly.
And so who should receive that genetic testing? The breast cancer patient, other family members?
Yes, and so that's a great question. And with breast cancer or any other cancer is not available, then we can test, family members and typically first degree relatives, meaning children, brothers.
And how does this genetic testing help? How can the effects help some of those screenings and treatment for ourselves, our family members?
Right, well, and then it can also be helpful, particularly in the breast cancer case, for surgery decision making.
And so focusing more on the testing, how does all of it work? How's it,
Yes.
it done?
So generally what would happen is a patient would come in and they'd...
Some great information to keep in mind there for yourself, for a loved one, anyone that you know that may even be considering this, just going ahead, asking a professional. And so where can our viewers go to find more information about this genetic? We're going to have all of that information on our website as well, fox10tv.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Joe.
For some new florals, plants, all that kind of stuff?
I am, but I'm definitely going to need help finding ones that won't die easily with my black thumb. And I know that me and Chelsea are both in the same boat with that. I'm sure we could find something, though. Taking a look at conditions across the southeast, what we're starting to see, some clear sunny skies out there, cloud cover just offshore. Looking in just a little bit closer, clear conditions out there across the Gulf Coast. Conditions look nice in case you are heading out anytime soon. Seeing nice, lots of sunshine out there. We did have some of that fog earlier. It's since cleared out. Temperatures currently resting lower 50s for our inland areas, mid 50s as you head a little bit further south, and then we start to dip into the lower to mid 60s out there, so ranging quite a bit. Really starting to see about a 13-degree temperature gradient in some spots. Now, dew points out there still feeling pleasant. We're starting to still see some of that crisp, cool air. Upper 40s, mainly starting to see some of those lower to mid 50s. But over the next few hours, temperatures will continue to warm up. We're getting closer to average, but not quite there. Really expecting us to be maxing out in the lower to mid 70s by the time we make it later on into the rest of today. And then by 7 o'clock, temperatures begin dipping down into the mid 60s. It's going to be a pleasant day out there. We're going to continue to see plenty of sunshine, and we're going to continue to stay dry out there. So in case you have any outdoor plans for your Wednesday, things are looking up. But heading towards the end of the week, a cold front pushing in, bringing in some minor rain chances, and then a slight knockdown in our temperatures. Coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to talk more about that in your extended forecast. All that's coming up soon. Joe. Well, we are back in the kitchen with Lucy Greer from Greer's Markets, and she's baking up some pumpkin cinnamon rolls. I'm excited for this one.
So those are already baking. We can't smell them yet, but it won't be long.
I'm slowly getting the hints of cinnamon out here.
I feel like I smell it. So I like to do 4 pieces. You can cut them into 6, but the 4 do it the other way. You just want that cut side up. So
It not too long ago, National Polio Day. That is next week.
yes, you can make pumpkin cinnamon rolls anytime except next Tuesday, the 24th, is World Polio Day. That the Rotary Club Tuesday, go to the Spring Hill Avenue Dunkin' Donuts, and they're donuts, and they have pink on them and purple.
Aww.
And it's which was interesting. The kids want really interesting.
I just learned something new.
I know.
Today, Lucy.
So
Thank
help
you.
support that.
So
please.
learning how to make donuts too.
Yes.
And so coming up in just a little bit, I'm excited to see the finished result for these. We'll have all of that coming up in just. Welcome back in. There's still much more to come on Studio 10, so let's check out what's coming up in our next hour of the show. In Jet Setting with Jen, we'll explore luxury travel options in Cancun.